welcome to the Legend of Zelda Oracle of the Seasons Let's Play, with me, Link6616. Today, we're going to join the Threads of Fate at Spool Swamp. And we're back with Maple. Now I think Maple was every 15 or so screens. I'm not going to worry about her minigame for now though. I'm just going to progress. Progression. And so we're going to start with some ecological terrorism, because ecological terrorism always works well in Link's favour. Now I believe there is a piece of heart this general direction, which we shall get with our handy dandy power bracelet. Let's see how handy and dandy it is. Very handy, maybe not so much dandy. Oh, one thing I didn't comment on in the previous dungeon is that the power bracelet changed a little bit in an additional way. So usually in Link's Awakening, if you went into a different room with an object picked up, you wouldn't be able to bring it into the extra room. The next room, sorry, I should say. This time though, we can. And sadly, the game seems intent on not presenting me with anything to lift up to demonstrate this point. Anyway, let's move on to the city. And let's be appalled at the sound quality. I should not be so quiet. Let's see, what do we need? We need to head up to Spool Swamp. Do we have any rings? We don't have any rings. We do have Gasho seeds. We also have Ember seeds. Let's take the most of them. Let's make the most of them. My word pronunciation is a hard thing sometimes. Actually, no. We have a baby to celebrate the birth of. Let us go to a house. I think this is a rather nice little feature. A first child. And what's the child's name? So I really like this little family. Aside from always enjoying being vain and naming him after myself, yes, I would name him that. So as the game progresses, at various points he will age. It's a very quick aging cycle, given that by the end of the second game he is well and truly an adult, and Link appears to have not aged at all. So it's some kind of horrific disease actually that he has. But aside from that, you just make a lot of little choices like how much money will you donate to him in order to give his family the ability to give him medical treatment, do you think you should do X or Y, what advice do you give him when he has certain issues, and they change how he develops, and he can become a noble hero, he can become a bard, a wimp, a nerd, a fellow botanist like his father. And overall it's a nice mechanic. It doesn't change much, although you do get some minor rewards here and there. But it's just a nice, interesting bit of permanence to a game that really doesn't seem to have a great deal of it. Just briefly though, so in this game you get animal companions. If I purchase this flute, I get one, and if I just let the animal companion give it to me, as in a flute, I will not get one. I will get him instead. So in Oracle of the Seasons, I'm choosing between a kangaroo and a bear with wings. Now, I'm going to pick a kangaroo because I think kangaroos are pretty swell. Which is probably not the right expression to use, but I think swell is pretty swell. So, I now have a power bracelet, meaning I can traverse the future, not the future, the next area, which is the Spool Swamp. Oh, that didn't work. So firstly, let's just get hit and get ourselves some sense seeds. Sense seeds are pretty cool. Attracting monsters is not all that well used, if I recall correctly, in Oracle of the Seasons, but is very well used in Oracle of the Ages as a particular tactic. And when you get the various seed shooting gizmos, they pop on hit and are very powerful actually. So let's fight this guy and see if I can speed up some progression here. I'm pretty awful at this. I say doing it nearly instantly, but... Excellent. Now that I have Ricky's gloves, I can get my first animal companion. You gotta love animal companions. So the animal companions are in 3. There's Ricky, who's exclusive to Oracle of the Seasons, I believe. There is who is a kangaroo which can jump up cliffs. There's a bear with a pair of wings that can fly long distances, and there's the sea creature, which can swim. Can also swim in very deep waters in the ocean, which makes him particularly nifty in Oracle of the Ages. Doesn't really enable too much. I tend to pick Ricky because jumping up cliffs can save you a bit of time navigating the world at various points, which I think is a pretty nifty ability to have. Although the core ability jumping over holes isn't really a huge boon to Link at the moment, because these are the only holes you really encounter, and something. What am I trying to say? I'm trying to say words. My words. I have totally lost my train of thought, so I'm not going to worry too much. Here's a cliff. And jump up. Oh yes, in the next dungeon I am getting the Rock's Feather, so the ability to jump over holes is not a huge boon. But, it is something. And our next set of seeds, only one more set to get. Pegasus seeds basically emulate the Pegasus boots, which is... yeah, there's no actual Pegasus boots in this, so it's pretty important to actually have the function. Now, let us get the next dungeon key, which is quite easy. And now let's go and get our next season. That's right. Now I'm probably a bit late. Ooh, when did he give me a flute? I should have probably been paying more attention. I have a flute for Ricky. And let's run. Quickly. I think general speed boosts are usually a bad idea in most games, honestly. As once you've had Pegasus boots, it's very difficult to go back. Or Pegasus seeds, sorry. And so you spend most of the game using Pegasus seeds from about this point onwards. Now, the issue isn't using Pegasus seeds all the time. The issue is that they cause the game to feel a little bit too slow when you don't have Pegasus seeds, and that is a rather more severe issue. We need a new season. Let's see what we can find. Well, let's empty the floodgates actually first, because that's what we can find first. Floods. So, yeah, more ecological terrorism for Link. We haven't explored south of here because we can't yet, so we don't actually know what specifically Link has caused, whether he's caused farms to be washed up or anything like that. We're going to assume that nothing bad happened, but honestly, it's just appalling how Link interacts with the environment in this game. I mean, yes, in Oracle of the Ages he ruins the time stream in various ways, but in Seasons, he is causing effects very directly on people that he has no clue about the true impact of. I think it's just very inconsiderate of him. Now I know looking at the impact of Link's actions is not really what we're supposed to be doing, but I mean, come on, it is pretty severe. Now, I am missing something here, I'm sure. Oh wait, I know what I'm missing. Duh, this is exactly the reason I have Ricky on call. Now I wonder if I can use the flute for the Pole's voices. I believe I can, but I'm not sure offhand. Next time to Paul's voice, I will check. And no, kangaroos don't really make that sound. It's disappointing, I know, but they don't. Now, had I bought the flute, I would have met Moosh, who would have guided me this way through a different means. He would have taken me around some holes. Oh, sorry, we actually already saw the thing that he took us around. Anyway, I must find a bit of potion soon. Very, very soon. Bit of potion, a piece of heart. Rightio then. Let's go to the beach. Now, if you watched Link's Awakening Let's Play, you should feel this scene has an eerie bit of similarity, as this was a beach much like Marin, and we're going to meet Rosa. Oh, she wants to explore a temple, and if I talk to another one, he would tell me that Rosa's key is very special, and that it lets her unlock any door, even the ones at the temple. And if I went to the shop, it would tell me that I need a star-shaped piece of ore. And that really puts me in awe, that they require a randomly dug up item from the beach, which requires so much shoveling. And this continues the pattern once again of ecological terrorism. Admittedly, the impact of this is not so severe, but look at that. That sand looks like bare earth, which means that this beach has actually got, well, earth right underneath it, which is probably not actually the best situation. And so removing what little sand there is could cause some disaster, although that might mean this is just an artificial beach, in which case it's not ecological terrorism, it's really just a, thing. My word, my words. Come on. Come on, I have faith in you, Link. You can find it. We won't have to dig up this beach multiple times to find it, will we? Excellent! Star-shaped ore. I'm really in awe of the ore. Okay then. And, by the way, that can take a long time. Like, you may need to go through every screen once or twice to actually get that, but star-shaped ore for cute ribbon. Let's get this lovely peach as well. And finally, let's get ourselves a slightly larger bomb bag. And a ring. And we can find out what it does later, because that's how it works. And now, if we talk to Rosa, she will help us out. In fact, we're so lucky that we get to go on a date with the girl. Don't you want to go on a date with one of these Subrosians? Of course you do. Totally! It's like gonna be so much fun! Let's go look in that temple together. And I'm gonna stop that voice now. Mainly out of respect for you, listener, dear listener. So yes, by picking Ricky, I guess I've benevolently made this a very Australian playthrough, you could say. Because, well, Ricky's kangaroo in Australia, and of course, once I get the magical boomerang, I will be using it all the time. Even though it's not really that useful, because I think the magical boomerang is just one of the most fun items in the game. Yay, things to lift up. I'm adorable! That's so adorable! And now we have the power of summer! We can cause summer vacation whenever we like. And it adds yet more to our ecological terrorism, going straight from the two most extreme seasons. I mean, imagine if you were a bear, sleeping, and suddenly had to wake up from hibernation. Again, I'm sorry for going on about this ecological terrorism angle, but in replaying this, I honestly think Link might be the villain here. I mean, not that we see many people actually doing things like farming in this universe, but there must be someone feeding the village. So maybe they just steal all their food from Subrosians, but even then, I don't know what the Subrosians eat. I imagine they're going to tell me something like it's ores. Or something else. But anyway, we nearly have a third dungeon in fact, to go to. Where we can enjoy the wonders of the Rock's Feather. And that is how you end a date. That is how Link ends a date. No words, no kiss goodbye, just rocks up, finds a portal, and vanishes. Oh, Ricky can summon tornadoes, because kangaroos can do that. No, seriously. Kangaroos have the power to summon tornadoes, which yet adds to Link's arsenal of ecological terrorism. Righty-o, we're nearly there. And we're gonna make it summer. Winter. Summer. When vines grow. Oh no, look, vines. Level 3, the Poison Moth's Lair. Well, with that, I think I'll leave it for today, and I will see you guys next time. Fare thee well.